Embarking on a quest for healthier living often involves understanding the intricate connection between obesity and dietary interventions.
It's Doctora Victoria and George.
Imagine obesity as a punchline that's way too heavy compared to its setup. To quantify it, we turn to our trusty friend BMI, body mass index. Obesity comes in different classes based on BMI. While BMI is not always accurate, think the buff bodybuilder who's all muscle, of course he's going to be heavy, and the BMI won't accurately reflect his health status. Our normal weight is a BMI of 18.5 to 24.9, overweight 25 to 29.9, class 1 obesity 30 to 34.9, class 2 35 to 39.9, and 3 is a BMI over 40. And that's also morbid obesity. Now let's talk dietary interventions. These are like recipes for change and are designed to help you whip up healthier choices. Just like any master chef, experiments in ingredients and techniques, dietary interventions offer 3 primary approaches. One is controlling amount. This is portion reduction and ensuring you don't overindulge. Think of it as maintaining your calorie intake within a defined limit. Sometimes just using a smaller plate or bowl can help with this. Controlling the types. This is food detective mode. Controlling the types of dietary input is like being a food detective. It involves selecting and replacing certain dietary items to make healthier choices, like your white rice for brown rice. This is where you consider your macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Next is controlling the timing. This is synchronizing with your body's clock. Managing the timing of dietary inputs is like having a dinner date with your body's clock. It focuses on optimizing when you eat, possibly through methods like intermittent fasting or setting regular meal times, making sure you don't eat 3 hours before bed. So what insights have we gathered from dietary interventions so far? There's no one-size-fits-all approach. Everyone's plate is unique. Multiple dietary strategies can lead to the desired results over a person's lifetime, and support is crucial, whether it's from professionals, peers, or family members. Non-genetic factors play a significant role in shaping the narrative of obesity and dietary choices. Let's take a closer look at that dietary intake assessment. Understanding your intake is essential, but it's as intricate as deciphering a complex recipe. It involves more than just the food you consume. It also encompasses eating behaviors, social factors, and even time-dependent effects on your weight. Now, there's some different methods for assessing dietary intake. One of our important team members is the registered dietitian. A registered dietitian conducts screenings, recalls, and interventions. They tailor care plans, and they'll use some research tools. Some of these are the 24-hour dietary recall, dietary intake records, food frequency questionnaires, and even some tissue biomarkers. Now, I love an activity, so let's go ahead and do one together. A dietary detective activity. How can you better understand your dietary habits? Let's walk through the 24-hour recall. Step 1. Set aside 20 minutes. Maybe that's right after you finish this video, or later today, or when you have time on the weekend. Consider this your dedicated time in your detective lab. Step 2 is recall everything you consumed in the past 24 hours, pretty much from yesterday. Note the amount in standard measurements and details about how each item was prepared. Step 3, start with your first eating occasion. What did you consume and how much? Step 4, use the multiple pass method. List items consumed at each eating occasion, then probe for additional items, portion sizes and preparation details. Now step 5 is being thorough. Remember that everything, candy, drinks, snacks, fast food, alcohol, and even food samples. Who loves a sample at Costco? Step 6 is review your list. Once complete, reflect on how accurate your recall is and whether it represents your typical dietary intake. The tale of obesity and dietary interventions is an ever-evolving narrative. Just as every gourmet chef refines the recipes, our dietary habits require continuous adjustments. By comprehending these interventions and assessing our intake, we can craft a healthier storyline for ourselves. Are you interested in learning more about food? Check it out here. Or what about another activity for your brain health? Try this one here. Thank you for joining us today, our healthcare team. We hope that you join us next time. Bye-bye.